Hello. Hello everyone. Hello. Hello. Are you there? Hello. Welcome back to Q.U.B.E 2, the sequel to Q.U.B.E 1. We're in this facility place, and it turns out we're in chapter... Well, if you don't count the prologue, we're in chapter 8 of, like, 16. So we're halfway through the game. We got there after one video. So now it's time to rotate stuff and see what rotating does. I guess it rotates stuff. So put the cube on there without necessarily having that be there, and then rotate everything. And then we can have the cube attracted to that, but also have us on the cube. Because there's just no reason that we shouldn't be on the cube, you know? Because it just helps us get around faster. And then we can get a cube from there. So yeah, green. And cube. Yeah, that works. Thanks, game, for working. So you do that, this, and then maybe that does it. Nope. Does not do it. Perhaps the repelling force of that can do something. Like, repel. Aha. Ta-da. And then... I guess I could get that on this button for me. Where's it gonna go? Up there yet? So now we've got to get the cube back, because of course we must get the cube back. Oh yeah! There you go. So now I can jump up there. Maybe I have to get the first cube back on there somehow. But I can only use one cube. One green cube. Maybe I could get on the back of that, but I don't know how that would benefit me, because I'm only looking for beneficial things to benefit me. Seems like I am supposed to, like, jump on... Okay, the cube is not supposed to be down here. I am supposed to jump onto the cube while it's up there. Gotcha. I've got it. I've got the thing. I'm hip. I got the thing. Ta-da! And then we can jump over there. Woo! And somehow it has the same momentum mechanics as Q.U.B.E Remake does. That one actually makes sense as to why they have that same mechanic. But why didn't they carry over all the controls and mechanics? Who knows? Who knows why? Why do we do anything in this world?
It's really wrong. She's alive and reacting, but I just can't get her to let go of it. Keep an eye on her, and I'll call the extraction team. See if they can come on months early.
Maybe they're trying to, like, impersonate people in order to attract more people to the cube, or something like that. Turns out the blue bouncy thing is the most useful cube of all. Lets you just jump anywhere. Or at least it's the most used cube of all. Because something can be used a lot but also not be useful. So this seems like an obvious puzzle. Obviously it is a puzzle. But also it is obvious as to what we do to complete the puzzle. And permanent pressure plate, but what does it do? What does it do? Seemingly pulls that up or something like that. And then we bring that over here and have it do that, so that we can jump on it. I didn't quite know what I was gonna do after that, but I guess it all worked out in the end. So greenathan, give me the greenathan. And then that's repelling, so it'll force us this way. Ta-da! Chamber solved, and I guess only sometimes that force field opens. Only sometimes. Not all the time, but only sometimes. You know, like when you solve the thing, sometimes it does. Sometimes it does open. Sometimes it does not, but sometimes it does. Get that white square to be darkened. That's what that is. That's what happens at the end. So that's probably the goal. But oh, it's in 2 segments. How did? Okay, something weird happened with the physics there. I don't know if you noticed it, but I was on that and then I fell off of it, but it acted like I was still on it, so it flung me, but because I was falling, it only flung me upwards for some reason. Thanks, games. Very cool of you. Very cool that you work all the time with 0 weird oddities that happen. So now we can get a cube onto there. I suppose if we like cubes, if we want to put cubes onto there. And then we can repel the cube so that we can jump up there. But maybe this is like the last step, yeah? First we need to go over there, and before that we need to go over there. So let's fling ourselves yet again. And then see what to do. Probably do that thing that I did. That one thing that I did just now. And that's literally the only step that I missed of the whole puzzle. And then we can just get it back to where it was. Ta-da! I solved the puzzle before I solved the puzzle. And now the puzzle is solved. And so is the puzzle. It was 2 micro puzzles in 1 room. Kinda. You can kinda split them up into 2 puzzles. Ah, here's an interesting idea. We start off in a trench, but we must gain height. Gain the ability of height. And that goes too far! Wahaha. But first it'll go not too far at some point. Somehow. Where does it drop if there? Aha! That's how. I did it. That's how I did it. Ta-da. So, oh. No! No! I can't believe I've done this! And look, it's back. It's already back. There was no need for drama. No need for total drama. So now where can we go? We can go over there and push this thing. But why? We can bring that over here and that there and that over there and then smash that wall. Yeah! And then, is that the whole puzzle done? It is not the whole puzzle done. But it's pretty much the whole puzzle done. No, no! Don't go! Don't go without me! Ta-da! Puzzle done. That's how you do the puzzle. You just do the puzzle. You get it done. Seems that each section of this big pump thing, like, seems like each of these big pump things is 1 section, or rather 1 chapter. So the game might be a lot shorter than it seems to be. But that's fine because it's a good game. You can have a good game be short. You're allowed it. You're allowed. So, whoa! Give it some momentum so that it can travel over here. I saw that. I saw that I needed momentum. I thought of it. I thought of the momentum. And now where'd the cube go?
That's the last one powered. It's time to find out what we've done.
Oh yeah, we have no idea what this does. But surely it'll help us get out of here, right? Surely it'll open an elevator to get us out of here and towards the surface. Correct? We don't know. Who knows where we are and what we're doing? As far as we know, we're like powering up a huge enemy laser cannon to blow up the Earth. Or at least the moon. One of those. Power the elevator. I got the achievement. I got an achievement that said power the elevator. Yay! I'm the winner. I'm the extra winner because I got the achievement.
Well, it's powered as far as I can tell. Now what? Any clues on how to activate it?
Step on elevator. Woohoo!
Okay.
Didn't we fall down this elevator shaft earlier?
I need you to locate any
We did.
survivors. Once done, I'll see if I can lock onto your location. Then, with some hope, I'll try and extract us. Get us back. Home. Yeah. Home.
Or at least there was some hole in the ceiling. This feels like the same hole. Very boring gameplay right here, just waiting for this elevator to get to the loading zone. Looks like this might be the dark light section of the game, where it's all dark, and we have to puzzle anyway. Chapter 8, aka Chapter 9, Ascension. 9 if you count the prologue, which the prologue should count. It should definitely count. Because that means we're 9 out of 16 chapters in.
What is it? What do you see?
Looks like a big helicopter.
Space vessel. What do you mean? The beacon. It's not coming from an escape pod. It's from a human helicopter.
Human helicopter? Why would you say a human helicopter? You're a human. You could just say it's coming from a helicopter. And then if they say, well, is it an alien helicopter? Then you say, no, it is a human helicopter. Look at that basic geometry right there, and over there, and all over there. You'd think we won't notice it, but we will, game developers.
Emma, where are we? This doesn't make sense. Emma, tell me where we are.
We're in cutscene mode right now.
We stopped it.
No controls.
Millie, I need to get you out of there now.
How did you not know that this is Earth? Are you from, like, Mars or something? You stinking Martians? How do neither of you know that this is Earth? Find the beacon, the achievement says.
What happened?
Oh look, we're in that part of Portal 2 where everything's overgrown. And everyone was like, ooh, isn't that a neat aesthetic where you're solving puzzles in an overgrown test chamber?
Damn it.
To be fair, it is a neat aesthetic, but it's meant to show you how broken the test chambers became.
Who's there?
And then as you go on, they get progressively more fixed.
Who are you?
It's a machine.
We are the spaces that you move through. We are everything, and we are dying.
You are an AI. You are AI.
That's impossible. Tell me who you are.
We are one, and we are many. We need a cross.
Ah yes, the Legion argument.
How do you know my name? What have you done to my home?
We need your help. This that surrounds you, this is not our design. That is why we brought you here.
I don't understand. I just want to go home.
We will help you, Talon. The portal behind you, it is dead. Rebuild us and power us. Then we can send you back. We shall share our memories. Then you shall understand. and power this decayed cortex immediately. Go forth to our first memories.
The decayed cortex. The brain. So it seems like there's just a big AI that's left here. The AI wants us to solve the puzzles. But why? Why do you want to be alive, AI? AI thing person? You're not a person, though. You're an AI. You're a robot. You're a machine who can think like a person. Or rather, more advanced than a person can think. Chapter 8, The Fall of Man.
Must allow me to power the reactors like I did before.
That's a funny title, because it just reminds me of all that dramatic Fall of Man type storytelling. Like, oh, the fall of man. Man was its own folly all along. That sort of thing. But what was the fall of man? Oh, we have goo. But what does goo do? Goo makes gooey. But what does gooey dooey? Perhaps it makes it slidey. Gooey slidey? Gooey dooey be slidey. So we have new game mechanics. Brand new game mechanics. We can slide. We can do the slide. That will surely open up like tons of possibilities. So like we get what do we get and where do we get it? And how do we get it and where? So that probably moves the whole wall because it wouldn't make sense otherwise. And then we can get a cube onto there and then make it push onto this button, but we need to like launch it onto there. So that is there. Cube launch now and go into your blue gooiness, or rather your black gooiness. Thus is your destiny as a cube. Ta-da! And it slides right in with no physics jankiness at all. Just a little bit of jankiness. Can't have your game without it, apparently. So, okay, I'm looking at a lot of testing elements, but I have to know where the actual end point is first. So we can start working backwards. So that's the end point over there. But how do we get up there? Presumedly, pre-assumedly, you could say, we have to get a cube. Shocking, I know, right? We have to get a cube. We have to get a cube to be on there, and then we launch it at that, with that, it's repelling it, and then that'll repel it all the way over there, and we can just jump onto there. But first we need to activate these thingies. So, red, and cube. And then, how do we do that? That's how. So apparently we can't do that yet. Ha! Ha! Oh! Oh! Perhaps blue can do. And then get it on there. And we can launch it over here and then activate this. Activate the goo. The gooey goo. And that's permanent, so we have permanent goo. And it does take at least 1 second to make it all gooey, so it is not instant goo. Despite popular demand, we do not have instant goo on the menu. And push that over there. And now we can get up here. Wahaha. Wahaha Wario. Wahaha. Waha. Wahaha. Wahaha. Just having fun with Wario noises. So there and there. And the puzzle is complete. It is solved. It's complete. It's done. We're done here. We're getting out. We're leaving. No! So it does have to be gooey. My gooey little puzzle cube. So you make it all gooey, and then you send it over. Ta-da! And then it slides into that instead of just stopping on the ground. I was prepared to jump, but apparently I didn't have to there. That's like super frictionless goo, because friction would make that thing stop, but because it's frictionless, it's not stopping at all. Just in case you didn't know what friction was.
I don't know where you are, and I don't know how long I have been gone. God, I don't even know what has happened to you or whether you will get this. I want to say that I love you very much.
Fire!
So much I should have said before I left. And there is so much we need to talk about. Please hold on for me.
So, I'm guessing this goo substance is actually super spreadable oil, or rather super slick oil. And therefore, because we have super slick oil, we can set super slick fire to things. So now we have fire doors, which somehow just magically open once you press fire against it. So that's fun and neat, and fun and neat, and neat and fun. So fire block red, goo block white, and then the regular block thing. So what do it do? We can set fire to a cube if we wanted to, or we could set goo to a cube. But what should we do first? Set fire or set goo? I will set goo first. And then I will set it on fire. Somehow. Somehow I'll set this goo on fire. I think that if I... My thinking was wrong. I was wrong in thinking that I could think. So let's get rid of that for now. That does make that gooey. So I could set that on fire and then send the cube over while that's on fire. Then that'll set fire to the cube. Ta-da! But wait, no. First. That doesn't stay on fire forever, so I suppose that won't work forever. So we have to not immediately set it on fire. So we're learning the mechanics. That's what this video can be called, is learning the mechanics. Because it's kind of like, oh wait, gotta set goo to that thing first. But anyway, it's kind of like we're learning the mechanics for the first time again. Because it's like a second game started up suddenly. A whole different game from what it was like before. But also pretty much the same. The same game but different. A different same game. A similarly different game. A game that is different but similar. But also the same game. Just with new mechanics. That is what I'm trying to convey. It's kind of like the first part of the game could have been like Cube 2, and now we're into Cube 3. Who knows, maybe the next part can be Cube 4. And then we'll hit Cube 7 by the end. I wonder if these puzzle chambers can actually exist in a physical space with how they're laid out. I hope that they can, because it's always cooler when they do that in games. Because right now I'm feeling like it might not be able to. Like if you actually laid it out like this, then it might overlap somewhat. So first thing is first, Mr. Durst. We have to get up there. But how do get up there? How do get? I suppose we can jump on there, but that doesn't help us, does it? It doesn't. Zero help. So this part of the chamber is useless. Everything before now is useless. So that means the only way to go is that way. But then it's like, well, you have to jump on that in order to activate that. But, I figured it out. Ta-da. Staircases. Always make staircases. And then the staircases will always make you. Or something like that. Something. Gotta be starting something. And then we can get here. Ta-da. I wonder if the goo can actually push the cube. It would be worthy of testing. A worthy thing to test. The cube could set that on fire. So let me show you what I mean. So cube gets set on fire, and then cube sets that on fire. Ta-da! And then the puzzle is solved. No more puzzle. No more puzzling after this. Look, it's a lady. It's a lady this time.
James, I saw him. He was there. Just normal, not
10 minutes ago.
now. Well, look.
What could do this?
Got stuck on the stairs there. Thanks, gang. So now we have 4 more chambers.
Like you do in the mind. The truth is in this information. Exposed as we die.
What truth?
You store information, aka you're a computer.
Activate each room and I will share a memory with you. Through this you shall understand.
I deserve to know what you've done.
So, blue, because we will launch the cube upwards. And then your regular red. And then thinking of ways to get up there. Gotta think. Think with your brain, and then your mind, and then your brain mind, and then your mind brain. That's a lot of thinks. But don't think too hard, or else you'll stink the think. The think will stink. Wah. How does it get all the way over there? Is it possible? Is it impossible? Is it impossible? Or is it is it impossible? Is it inside of possible? Oh wait. While that's on fire, I can just keep stepping on this to keep making it on fire. But it wasn't on fire that time. I was too impatient. I was too excited about my ideas. No. It is fine. It is literally okay. And then we take it back over here. Get over here, you frictionless cube. That's what you are, is a frictionless cube. Okay, that's a little bit of a ridiculous timing thing to pull off there. But okay, cube, I'll play by your rules and not my rules. So get set on fire. Get yourself on fire, sir. And you just have to immediately jump over. And then remove the blue because we don't want to jump into a cube.
We are learners. We began learning like you many millennia ago. Our planet, our cells, our solar system, our universe. We learned of them all. We were consumed by knowledge.
AI. We are learners. We are AI. That is what AI does. It learns things with fake brains and the real data. So, cube up there. There is where the cube is. We can set all sorts of things on fire. So, put the cube up, up. Put cube up. And then put cube over. And then put cube fire. With the red over there. But how do how do you do? Oh wait. There you go. Yes. Ta-da! Fire! Fire burn! Fire red hot. Hot red fire. But fire does not hurt me. It only hurts cubes. Because there is no damage in this game. There is no death animation.
Is part of us. Restructure each one and make this information whole.
Each room is a part of you, aka you're the computer that's in charge of this facility. You're the GLaDOS.
The structure of these rooms, they determine the form of the memory. These rooms are a language, a code for information. That explains how we powered the lift.
That doesn't make sense, but okay. It's just all excuses for we are puzzling and we are solving. That's all excuses for. Somehow these rooms make up the RAM of a computer. Somehow. Or whatever they mean by memory. Data. Somehow these rooms are data, and you solve the room and it makes data. I don't know. I have no clue. There is zero clue to be had. In these parts, at least. These parts of the planet. That's also a world. That's a planet. Send me away! That was brilliant. Brilliant, William, brilliant. But I do think that that's actually what I'm supposed to do there. And I will show you what I mean. You send it this away, and then you replace that. So then it goes back over, and then it really launches you for real this time. Zam! Pow! Permanent switch. What did that do? But what did it do? There's the thingy we need to get to. There's the cube thing we need to put a cube onto. Cube! Give me cube. And without your weird jittering nonsense. Then we just jump and ride. This is all just a big ride now. It's an amusement park. For my amusement. That does not amuse me. You did not amuse me today, park vendor. I clicked the thing, but the thing did not click back. Sometimes it just does not click back when you want it to.
We became together. Love and happiness entwined with information of the universe.
One more to go.
AI grows. AI make bigger structure. AI make mega structure. AI gets too big. And somehow makes puzzle rooms that somehow are also like memories and RAM. It's data. This is all data we're playing. It's really funny when you put it in that context, is that this is all data. Just random access data, you could say. If you were trying to be accurate with descriptions about what RAM is. We have red, and red is good. Red is good for your food and your soul, unless if it's red 40. Do not eat red 40. This is a public service announcement. Do not eat red 40 under any circumstances. That is the end of the public service announcement. Zoom into that. And then blue. Haha, we learned the trick. Even though we probably didn't actually need to learn it in the last chamber. But we learned the trick anyway. And the trick is mine. The trick is now mine forever. Look at that. Look at that. It's universe breaking. Universe broken, even. Broke universe. And then you learn it's just Compton. Or something like that. Some broke part of the world. So this should be obvious. Just do pretty much the same thing we did before. Except not that yet, not that yet. Don't do that yet. Not that, that. And then that. And then that. Yay! Yay! Fire! Give me the fire! There is the fire. It has burned to my soul, to the soul of the computer.
What? There is no deceit. There is no war. We sought to share, to help other worlds.
There is also no individuality, but whatever.
You were once like us.
We were.
It's literally the Borg, by the way. You know, the Borg from Star Trek? That's a massive, huge enemy that is all just one brain for everyone. That's like a nightmare scape. Yeah, no war, which also means no individuality, because you're all just one being. Yeah, if one guy were on Earth, there really wouldn't be war then, would there? That's basically what the Borg is like. We have no war, except we're one person, so of course there's no war. Because then we'd be fighting ourselves.
It is the way in which you shall return. It requires more energy. You have shown trust, and in return so will we. Go forth, rebuild and learn.
It is very hard to fight against yourself. Especially when you think you're right about everything. Which, if you're lots of people who are actually one person, then why wouldn't you think you're right?
Let's do this.
Chapter 10, aka Chapter 9. So there is the thingy up there. But no, you have to go through tons of trial chambers first. Excuse me. I had a carbonated beverage earlier. So what's going on? What's that? What are you giving me? It's a ball! It's not a cube, but a ball! And ball can roll. That is what they're teaching me. So that goes... No! 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 Yes. Very much so. Yes. So ball can roll, so be watching out for rolling balls and things you can roll balls onto. I could make a joke there, but I'm not going to. It would be a dirty joke. A bad joke. An awful joke. And everyone would laugh at it. That's the worst part. So ball, come over here. Come here, my ball. My precious ball. And then... put that there so we can extend the reach of this thing 1 block further. And that's all we need is 1 block further. And then do a bit of that. Launching things and door open. Open door. Open the door to make it an open door. I'm clicking the things, but they won't place the things. They like to put a lot of those little redundant puzzles around. Redundant little jumping puzzles. Where it's just like literally just put the blue thing the one place where it goes and it'll get you up there. So we have that. So we can like stop the ball there. Set it on fire or whatever we have up there. But how do we activate the fire? Where do you go, flames? Flames go that way and... or something. That's where it goes. But where does that wire go? I can now trace the wire with my own self. Just sort of disappears into that block up there. So flame thing. And then fire thing. So that's going to be the last thing. The last of us, you could say. The last of me. So green thing. Green go up there. But of course it does not go up there unless I do this. Then I can just keep that up there. But how to get fire up there? How to get fire? That is the question. Fire. If only I had more fire in my life. I'm thinking and I'm stinking, but I think I'm more thinking than I'm stinking. So, oh wait. I don't need to get something over there. I need to jump off of there in order to get over there faster. And then activate the fire. See, you'll see, you will see, you don't see, but you will. Ta-da! Fire! Ha ha ha! You're my fireball. Ball, you're my fire. Is that it? Is that the thing that I can press now? Can I press the thing now?
Leaking away. Please help us. Please understand.
So you have a memory corruption, a memory leak.
I wouldn't be in this situation if it wasn't for you.
It's literally just all fixing a big computer. And this is a big dialogue hallway.
I did not take you.
Well, how did I end up on your vessel in space then? If it wasn't for Emma, then God knows what would have happened.
I did not take you.
What?
Make ooey gooey ball. And then somehow get something from that, but not yet. Don't do that yet. Or maybe do that first, actually. Maybe. Her. I'm thinking, but maybe I'm thinking too hard. Too hard of think. No, I'm not thinking too hard. You have to get the ball over there first and then replace that with the green. Then put the green there and launch the ball at it. Then the green is now... Well, that's not where I want it to be. But it's closer. So what? So let's try that again. So green. Green. And then maybe I can delete the ball before it's too late. No, because the green will still move around. I need to stop it from moving around. And I might be able to stop it if I can see what's beyond there. Oh, wait. I have to test out what that does. Yeah, it does nothing. Just like I thought. You have to test out everything and leave nothing behind. So now that that's open, can we see anything? No, we can't see anything. We can't see literally anything. So that just leaves the only option being that I have to be on the green cube while it's traveling over there. Because I don't technically have to be stepping on this button the whole time. I just have to get it all gooey, ooey gooey, and then shove it over here. Ta-da! Puzzle solved! Sometimes you just need to figure out what you literally need to do to solve the puzzle. And leave out any presumptions as to what you need to do. Like you could say that you need to put the green cube where I thought it had to be, but then you wouldn't have solved the puzzle. Like I almost didn't. Could have gotten stuck there. But then it's like, well, let's reassess it. Reassess it, yeah. So ball launcher, launching balls. Since the great days of 88. So you can launch a ball into here, but it'll only go that far. So how do make farther go? Make farther go like that. But how do I get up there? Seems like I just do a blue. Then jump into the blue. We're having some action puzzles this time around. Some puzzles that rely on action and adventure, but mostly action. Doing things within the correct amount of time. Oh, isn't that the most disappointing sound you could ever hear? Donk. Donk. Because you know that just means that whatever you were planning, it didn't work. It failed. It failed spectacularly. Or at least it failed pretty well. So now we let it have some momentum as it goes in there. Ta-da! One set of stairs. Now time for all the rest of them. So we can somehow get something there. Oh, how kind of you. So we can like launch something onto that and then launch it over there. But how? What does the second button do? It spews. But how do we get that to stop spewing? That's how. I answered myself. Then we can just stop the ball there and not there because then it would have 0 momentum. You gotta be thinky with this. Be a little bit thinky. And less stinky. More thinky. Ta-da! Fireball, fireball. Firefox, fireball. Thanks for the music, game, but I'm not done with the puzzle yet. You don't have to get excited, game. So, that just leaves this. And also that up there. So maybe like... I'm seeing things, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing things. Put that there, and then blue. Dabba-doo, dabba-dee, dabba-doo, dabba-die. Oh. Well, that's a bit too far, I think. So just like put red up there. That's not where we want it either. So no, oh, that does work. That actually does work. How about that? That's why you don't let assumptions hold you back. So red up there, and then we can stop it. We can stop the thing. Right where we wanted it to be, or rather where I wanted it to be. I don't know where you wanted it to be. Blue. Come on, you can roll on there. You can roll on there. And it has just enough time for me to place the blue again. Lots of timing related puzzles. Lots and lots of timing related puzzles. Man, I feel like now's the time for you to play the music, but no. You already played the music, and you can't play it again, I suppose. I've solved the puzzle game. Play me my victory music. Where's my music? Or at least I have this weird cube guy.
Paula. What has she done to you?
What has she
Made you?
Don't worry.
I'll stay with you.
I'll stay with you.
Forever.
What did you do to them? What did you do to these people?
No answer from the Q.U.B.E bot. From the AI Q.U.B.E bot. Meanwhile, she's getting more angry, yet she's solving puzzles as if she were super calm. Sometimes story and gameplay just don't mix. So, rotatey. We have the rotatey. We have it. We have the rotatey. So shove ball. We will shove the ball. As you do, as you shove balls. And then we will launch the ball as you launch balls. And then we will get up there as you jump to places. You get to places. And we have goo. We have the delicious goo. And we can now use the cube with the ball in order to make a spectacular spectacle of both of them together. I don't need to be here anymore. I need to recognize when I don't need to be someplace. Because I need to be on the cube so I can get up there. And end the drama. Is the ball down there? I don't need the ball to be down there. So I'm just going to place it there. Oh! Ha ha ha. I win, I don't win. I have not won yet. I needed that to be repelling before I got on here. But I suppose it isn't too big of a trouble to get back up there. Thank goodness, by the way. Because it could have totally made that way bigger of a trouble than this. But you do need to jump at the end there.
We send fragments of ourselves, of our beautiful children, out into the universe, reaching, connecting, sealing planets with new knowledge. Perfect.
So they sent the huge cube megastructures out there in order to be like, hey, you can be intelligent too. So that's the purpose of the puzzles, is it makes the other species more intelligent by solving these puzzles, I guess. Because the AI was like, we want to make you smarter, other species. You go now! But no, it did not go now. So, ball time. But it did nothing. It did nothing, the ball did. So, red thing. Just to get the ball over there. And then turn it down. Woo! Ta-da! And now it's open. It's open to the public, you could say. Now roll on over here so I can jump you. I can jump on you and then jump up there if you'll let me. If you'll let me jump up there. But no, you just have to be that way, don't you? You silly ball. So now I have to... Why won't you do? I'm clicking you, why won't you do? So now we have to like get Q.U.B.E there, and then fling ball at Q.U.B.E, and then jump on Q.U.B.E and get up there. Or something like that. I guess this works too. Or does it? At every step of the way, you must question your actions. Perhaps doing that will work out. Shove thing over here. Yeah! Ball and Q.U.B.E working together. Mass hysteria.
We shared, hopeful that others would see what we see, that others would achieve true life and understand the universe.
Make others gain more knowledge, because we have all the knowledge, so you must get the knowledge too. That's basically what it's saying. We wanted to share our knowledge with you. So we sent out the cubes and shared our knowledge. And hopefully you just understood what all the cubes meant. It's big exposition. Big, huge exposition. For just cube stuff. Just puzzling stuff. That's really all it has to boil down to, is just puzzling stuff. You don't have to make it more complicated. So this is like a big racetrack here. It would supposedly seem to be. So we'll have to put red over there, but what's that for? I am concerned. So that, okay, I can just put like a green on that, and then, huh. I'm trying to think of it, but it's tough to think. So I'm just gonna stink and then think later. I think that's worked out actually, because it just put red there. Now it gets all goopy. But it needs a second to get goopy. So red there. And then make it goopy. Make my ball goopy. And then put the ball, or rather the red over there. And red and ball comes together for the big finale. Big red fireball.
You grew from our knowledge. Forgotten now. You became what you are because of us. We created who you are. False learners.
So basically they created the intelligent species of the universe, being humanity, I guess. But it's being very vague as to the details on that. Like, did you create humanity, or did you just make humanity smart and then we forgot about it? I think it's the second one, but again, it's being vague, a little bit vague. So ball. Give me the ball. That's just for me jumping around. And then that is for a cube to be put over there, supposedly. So get rid of that and give me the cube. And then ball. Ball. And then red. And then fire. And then you can spread fire onto the other thing. Or not. You can also do it your way. You can do it whatever way you want to. So I've just gotta like run between these, do I? I think that's what I have to do. Unless I can just... How do I get that to go over there? Oh wait. I can just set that on fire and then something after that. Something. So now I can just go over here and press this. And it'll be on fire for a few seconds at least. No, 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 don't do that yet. Then... No, no, no. Ugh. Why me? Why me do this to me? So let that be like that for a bit, and then stay here until it's on fire, and then go over to the other one. And hopefully it'll stay on fire for long enough to set that on fire. But no, it did not. Of course it did not. I'm just thinking. Just thinking with my brain of mine. That brain I have in my head. Or at least I think there's a brain there. It could be anything. No, 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 no. Not yet. Do not do the thing yet. I'm getting confused by my thinking. Sometimes we confuse ourselves like that. No, no, not yet, not yet. Now is when you do the thing. And then set that on fire and then go. Go, 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 go. And then that'll be on fire. Haha! I have thinked of it. I have thought of it. I have thinked.
Everything we are. You're saying you created this?
At least your brains.
Enabled.
They made your brains.
You came back to right
They made you
wrong.
smarter.
We did not. We came to bestow more, to enlighten further.
Then why this? Why won't you tell me?
Dude, you're... She's not acting like a scientist in this situation, and she's like a doctor. She's getting all emotional about these, like, vague tellings that this computer thing is telling her. Meanwhile, it's like, well, what if this is just completely false? You have to treat it as if it's just data you're being given. You don't know if it's true or if it's false, but you know that it's a story that's being told to you by an AI that you probably shouldn't fully trust. So we've got to go here and it'll teleport me, I suppose. But where will it take me? Where are you taking me? Will I go to Mars? The moon? The Statue of Liberty? No, we go to another facility, because of course.
Here before.
We keep going to the same facility, but in different parts.
Fell to earth.
Each of these terminals, they hold our final memories before here. Activate them and power my roots. I will bestow a gift to you. A gift that shall allow us to leave your home and restore humanity as it was. You shall understand.
So it supposedly wants to make humanity smarter again, but again we have zero reason to trust this AI. As far as we know, it's malicious and just pretending to be nice.
In search of our children. We wandered 40 billion years, learning
Billion.
more of the universe, learning more of being.
At some point there has to be a limit to knowledge, right?
It is not enough to halt the natural order. Our planet was dying. We were dying.
Like eventually you'll just figure out pretty much all you need to know in order to survive. And then at one point then it's like we figured out literally everything that any mortal could understand, or any AI could also understand. And then you hit 1 billion years after that.
Broken down and broken apart. This is why we are here. This is your design.
You mimic what you touch, don't you? To gather knowledge, to survive. But you won't mimic life. That's why you're dying.
We protect the natural order.
It cannot die. It is a machine.
That you are with child. We know your denial and your search for truth. You have a future. A future to right the wrongs of humanity.
How could you know that? Not even Robert knew. What do you want me to do?
That she's pregnant, I guess. I mean, you can tell pregnancy through scientific data. You know, like you can tell if you have a baby in you through science. Because, you know, there's ultrasounds and different sorts of pregnancy tests. And I'm sure this billions of year old, or however old this AI is, would have advanced technologies that could tell pregnancy even earlier than we know. Than we know how now to tell pregnancy. So it's like, is that really the most shocking thing that you've seen today, is that it could tell that you have a baby? Really? Acquire yellow power-up.
Infinity cubes now enabled.
Infinity cubes?
Colors can now be placed.
Unlimited colors.
That ascends. Descend to the depths.
Okay.
Find our core. Then you shall succeed.
That's a nice upgrade to have unlimited colors. But I suppose the tests will have to be more limited in some ways from now on, because I have so many color choices to do. Or maybe more expensive somehow.
I'm sorry about
What we did. I'm sorry we
locked you away.
But we needed to.
We needed to protect
Ourselves. Don't you see?
This isn't you.
This is
It. This is...
So basically AI is like, we want you to be smart, but if you power us up, then we will smarten your baby. We will smarten up your baby, lady. And then she's being all emotional about it because that's how scientists are, you know? Uncomfortable truths. It just saved in the corner, so that's it. That's the end of the episode. Goodbye. I will do more later with this crazy game, with its craziness in the storytelling. Very crazy story.